Oi, oi! All my bets video for this Saturday. The main feature race card is Trials Day at Cheltenham. Couple of bets coming at Doncaster too. Actually, I think there's 3 from Doncaster, 3 from Cheltenham. I did the live preview last night with the finishing line lads. Just want to touch on that for any of you that did watch that. Apologise for me sort of throwing my toys out the pram at the end. I know it wasn't meant in the way that I've took it, so apology there. I have sent a message to the lads as well, apologising. One of them things, isn't it? Maybe I should learn to be a bit thicker skinned. But you watching that, you might have got a bit of an idea of some of the ones that I fancied. Yes, we're taking a swing at a few this weekend. There's loads and loads of clues coming up for the festival, handicaps and the likes. Maybe there might be a few we'd like to get stuck into a little bit more. Just is what it is, right? If there's bets to be had, there's bets to be had. If there's not, then there's not. Anyway, let's get on with all my bets. I'm going to stick them up here to the side to show you what I have staked. We'll see where we're going. Using my phone to record, so I can't update the profit and loss. However, there was a significant loss on the last all my bets that I did. We had Pick Dory that was close, wasn't it? And it was only really rare edition that got us out the pants at the end. Can't remember exactly the numbers on there, so that's terrible. I will do a snippet and I'll stick up there what it was, show you what the percentages was. I think we're rolling around about 15 or 17%, something like that, but we'll see how it goes. So this weekend, 11.50 at Doncaster, FUNAMBULE SIVOLA. He's running in a handicap chase, won the race maybe a couple of years ago. He's back on good ground. Ran all right at Cheltenham, to be fair, but I think the ground was the reason the horse got beat. This looks a much easier renewal than the race that he won before. I think FUNAMBULE SIVOLA will win this. So I've had £25 win at 4-1. Managed to get it on the old man's account, so there's a little bit of a boost in there too. But for the purposes of this, that's what I've staked it as of the night. I try and do everything as clean as I can, but that's just what it is. The next race we've had a bet in is the 1:15 at Cheltenham. Now, I have taken a bit of a punt on HITMAN for Paul Nicholls. It is punty, I get that. Freddie Gingle's taken a few pounds off. I think on those figures means he's got a proper chance. He is a bit of a dog of a horse though, right? So it is small stakes. I've had 12.50 on him. Maybe in and around 9-1 on the exchange. Not the best price. Probably would have hoped for a tiny bit more, but for the sake of getting the bet on, it's on. So again, that's shared up within here. So we're up to 37.50. Let's try and keep a running total of it. I haven't yet backed DRIPSEY Moon in the 2:40 at Doncaster, the Albert Bartlett River Don trial. I will be betting this horse. Some firms are offering 4 places up for grabs. He's a top price 14-1 at the moment, but they're with bookmakers only offering 3 places. He doesn't seem to be getting backed in. It's probably going to be an unlikely supported horse. So I'll keep an eye on him. I will be having just 12.50 each way on him, though. I think the 14-1's too big. I do think the 4 place up for grab is madness, especially on the good ground. Don't see how the horse is out the frame. We are where we are with that one. So it'll be 12.50 each way on that. So that's going to make another £25. So let me add it up. 62.50 we're up to, right? I think that's where we're up to. 62.50. Guard Your Dreams will take the betting up to £75. I've bet him in the without lossy mouth market. Talked about this a bit on the show last night. 16-1 he was. I think he's 9.5 now in that without market. So definite after timing with me saying that now. But it was very much a price-driven thing. Lossy mouth is clearly the one to beat in there. Not just looking for a bet for the sake of it, but I felt like he was the wrong price. And as it stands at the moment, he has shortened up. So I've had £12.50 win on him in the without lossy mouth market. Even last night in the without lossy mouth and Love Envoy market, he was 7-1. He's 9.5 for the just without lossy. So arguably people will say, why didn't I bet him in there as well? I was happy to bet him at the price I did in the market that I have done. The next one, which wasn't talked about on the preview last night, 3:15 Doncaster. I have bet Sweet Will for Emmett Mullins. This is my biggest bet of the day. I've had 25 each way again. It'll be posted up here. I want to say 9-1, maybe it's 8-1. 6 places up for grabs, 5th of the odds, bet 365. It's a horse that's been run over 2 mile 5.5 the last couple of times. Had Fern O'Brien on the first time up, where he just sort of got outbattled and maybe outsped by a horse. That was on slower ground. The last time he ran was a bit hampered. Whether that would have changed the result completely, I don't really know. But bit of excuses in there for the horse. Was previously with Gavin Cromwell. Has won at the track off a higher mark, albeit in a handicap hurdle. Won at Cheltenham as well. The 2 times it's come over to this country, both times on good ground, has won. The ground's going to be better here than it has run in the last couple of times. This is the trip for the horse. I think Sweet Will's got a proper chance, hence the stakes that I put on there. So 25 each way on that. That brings us up to 125, and then Strong Leader, which is going to bring all the bets up to 150 for this Saturday. Strong Leader in the Cleve Hurdle. I mentioned some reasons about him last night. I definitely think this horse is bred to stay. Strong Flow is a horse that he's related to. That won the Feltham for Paul Nicholls. It was 5-1 in a Gold Cup, that Kicking King won. So I know he didn't win it, he was well beaten, but sort of proves that he's stamina laden. I like this horse, Strong Leader. I think a lot of people do. I just don't believe Ollie Murphy's been necessarily running him over the right trip. If you look at some of his easier novice hurdles that he ran in prior, he was fine jumping. He didn't have an issue with it. When he's been in better company or better class races, I think his jumping's maybe looked worse because he can't do it at speed. It's just he can't really go the same speed. And I feel like that's maybe because he is a bit of a boaty type. It is a little bit clutchy. They ran him in that real kill. It's a fairly quick turnaround, but that was really bad ground. We saw Bob Ollinger, the real Bob Ollinger, showed up that day. I mean, most horses would be taken off their feet when he's going the clappers round there. This is a race where, they haven't given an entry for the Stairs Hurdle, so it is maybe an afterthought, but I've always thought this horse wanted further. The Aintree run behind In the Pocket was pretty good, considering he wasn't really travelling, he was off the bit. I'm hoping he can travel in this. I know it is a better class of race, so there are risks attached. Ollie Murphy's chucked the cheap pieces on as well. Just think all things said, right? He's 12-1 that I've stuck up here. Bet365 are offering 3 places. I've had £12.50 each way on him on there. If you extend the place on Bet365, you can actually get first 4 for 9.25, so 8-1. He is as short as 8-1 with other people anyway. That's for 4 places up for grabs. So I genuinely did toy with that. I feel like maybe I've just gone a bit ballsy and just thought, you know what, the 12-1 is good. I'll go for it. And I think he's got a chance of being right up there. I guess if I'm right about him winning the trip, then I'd expect him to be in the frame. And I mean, obviously making money is the key, isn't it? I just felt a bit uncomfortable with the fact that he might just plod on for a 4-4, be a never near a 4th type thing, and I get a little bit of money back. Whereas the bet is in there, right? It makes 200 quid-ish, 205, I think, for him winning this race. It'd be 148 if he won. So I think I'd be more annoyed in taking the security of the extra plays if I was right and he does stay. Looks a good race, to be fair. He's definitely the bet for me at 12-1. I think he could be supported. He does seem to get backed as well. So they are all the bets. What did I say? 150 is what's gone out. As I say, I'll have put up the profit and loss on the bit before. Appreciate your guys' thoughts. Let me know what you fancy this weekend. As always, make sure you've liked the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm off for a weekend in Centre Parks. So I think that'll be me for the bets for the weekend video. I'll be back next week. We've got Dublin Race Festival. There'll be some dirty ones. I will be betting over the 2 days. We've got a preview coming up on the Thursday for that as well with Jamie back on board. So there's lots to look forward to. I will see you all again on Monday for Ranting and Racing. Go well, be lucky, and good night.